Hello everyone, welcome back to my stream. We're going over MSQ and more. Okay, let's go to the Lord Commander.
In summary, the Isle owes its lofty position to the industry of the Allagans. And we can be all but certain that the Archbishop and his cronies are enjoying the view from its top.
I see.
If we are to join them, we will first need to pass through the Isle's etheric barrier, which is, alas, more powerful than most. Powerful enough to make a mess of a perfectly good airship at any rate. As far as I can gather, the barrier mechanism draws ether from the surrounding environment and polarizes its elemental aspect to produce what is, in effect, a wall of lightning.
It seems plain that without the Vanu's key, any attempt to reach the Isle will end in failure.
Alas, the key was careless enough to leave without us, and I don't think the Vanu keep a spare.
Master Garland, based on your experience, is there no other way that we might breach the barrier?
Well, in the past, we've beaten similar barriers by nullifying them with elemental converters. But the one we're up against this time dwarfs aught we've encountered before. The Enterprise simply isn't large enough to bear the requisite amount of crystals.
I'm reminded of the quantity needed to nullify Leviathan's command of the sea. A veritable mountain of crystals that could only be borne by lashing two galleons together to form a twin vessel, scarcely able to propel itself, much less fly.
That said, we're not without options. If it isn't feasible to nullify the barrier, we might try piercing it.
How?
We create a ram of condensed ether and mount it on my ship. There's just one problem. I don't have the faintest idea how to build one. It's going to take a true authority in the field, I reckon.
Would that the Archons were still with us.
But yesterday evening, I chanced to find Mistress Tataru in unusually high spirits. Assuming I understood her excited ramblings correctly, she has acquired a clue, pointing to the whereabouts of one such individual.
An Archon? Truly?
Ha! Fortune favors the righteous, eh? Well then, let's not waste any time. While you go and look for our missing friend, I'll work on modifying the Enterprise. Her hull will need reinforcing to bear the punishment, not to mention a mount for the ram. Just you wait, my pretty. By the time I'm finished, you'll be an airship reborn.
Welcome back, everyone. How goes the mission? Did you manage to catch up with the Archbishop and his cronies? Suddenly you finally arrived at Azazlar, only to find your way barred by some sort of barrier. Typical. But it's not all bad news. I made progress in the search for our friends. Don't worry, everyone. We'll get to Azazlar yet. When you've led the victory feast, you used the ancient watercourse beneath the city, right? Well, shortly after things went back to normal in Eldar, I asked Marshal Terrapin to have the tunnel searched. A logical place to look. It was there that you lost contact with Minfilia, Thancred and Ishtola, was it not? So I asked what the Marshal found. I don't actually know. Pippin's message just said that there had been a discovery, and that we were to come to the Halls of Flames at our earliest inconvenience. I dare not think what it might be. We shall depart at once to Taru. Let Urion J know to join us in Eldar. He will wish to be present as well. Yes, sir. Okay, so let's go to Eldar. We are grateful for your assistance, Marshal Terrapin. You saved her Grace and Father both. It's the least I could do to repay you. Forgive my impatience, Marshal, but your missive mentioned a discovery? Yes, of course. As per your request, I had my man scour the waterways. Almost immediately we encountered a difficulty. An entire section of the tunnel had collapsed. With the Mineral Concerns Corporation, however, we were able to remove the rubble, which yielded the battered bodies of a dozen Crystal Braves. Go on. Be at ease, Master Arthano. Your friends were not among the deceased. That alone gives cause for hope. And then there is this. This toeless wand. I had assumed as that. If I may, Marshal. This I did summarise. Judging by the etheric imprint on that lingereth yet upon this wand, you have assuredly been employed in the casting of a most uncommon magic. So, I guess I had a hiccup. 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 Let's try this again. Where were we? The spell entaileth the reduction of corporeal form into its constituent aether, that the caster might enter the life stream and read its currents nearby. Unlike the teleportation magics of modern times, it requireth not a lengthy incantation. But that Y'shtola should choose to employ such a spell, bespeaketh the need for haste. All of which would suggest she managed to escape? Would that it were so simple. Know that the scholars of Sharlayan forbade the use of this spell, and with good reason. The caster hath but limited control over his course. For every mage who came safe into his destination, another would be set adrift in the life stream, never to emerge. What? No, you can't mean... Be not downcast, my friend, for there is yet hope. 'Tis like the Y'shtola passage have left traces in the life stream. Could we but follow these from the point at which the magic was invoked, we may yet find her. To the Silda excavation site, then. Our thanks for your aid, Marshal. Do not mention it. I shall pray for Lady Y'shtola's safe return. Evidence of Y'shtola's passage will have been faint by time, but mayhap some few sand traces yet remain to guide our steps. Trail leadeth to the north and east, and to the bosom of the Twelves Wood. Are you certain? Aye, there is no mistake. Thither have Y'shtola journeyed. And in the Gridanians have reported no sightings. We must take this to mean she is still adrift. If it be so, I do fear for our friend. Contrary to its name, the life stream is more akin to a raging torrent. Linger overlong in the midst of this maelstrom, and the aether that formeth one's soul shall surely be scattered, never to be reformed. We have no time to waste, Oriange. Pray explore all possible options for revising the effects of this forbidden magic. Evan, Tataru, we shall press on to Gridani and petition the Elder Seed to his aid. Let's head to Gridania. It is said the elementals perceive the live stream. If we, as we suspect, the Shtola is still drifting its mist, they may be able to find her. But if we are to appeal to them for assistance, we must need do so through their chosen, the Pajal. It's imperative, therefore, we speak with Kani-san without delay. I have already requested the audience of the Elder Seeds here. She will receive us in the Lotus Stand presently. We need but speak with the Conjurer yonder to be admitted. Be welcome, my friends, and speak freely. I gather your seat will admit no delay. It will not, my lady. Pray forgive the abrupt nature of our request, but it is a matter of life and death. I see. As you say, we must needs act swiftly if we are to free Y'shtola from the urgent port of the life stream. And as you have surmised, we cannot do this unaided. However,
in requesting the Elemental's assistance to find Y'shtola, you must needs be aware of one difficulty. A difficulty born of the fundamental difference between man and Elemental.
That being...
In perceiving the world around him, man relies upon senses such as sight and sound. For the sake of convenience, he gives names to such things as are near or dear to him. Being formed of pure ether, however, such concepts are foreign to the Elementals. Instead, they perceive by observing the ebb and flow of the energies of life. So profound a division cannot be bridged with simple discourse. The Elementals' voices stir not the air, and thus reach not our ears, while our words are but wind to them. Though we seers can commune with them through feelings, naught that we can impart will serve to aid them in identifying Y'shtola. Nay, they must needs be presented with ether which is akin to hers. If you could but find a family member.
Oh! I know just the person! Y'shtola has a sister who came to live in Gridania. She told me about her once.
That is most fortunate indeed. Pray, seek this sister out then, and bring her to Evershade. There, we shall petition the Great One's aid in finding your lost companion.
if memory serves, Y'shtola's sister is named Mitra. She's supposed to be a member of the Sons of Saint Gynek. Anyway, she spends most of her time around Cali Falls, from what I recall. Let's look for her there. We can buy anything new with achievements. Ooh, maybe we can. We got a few more things. Yes? Is there something you require? Lady Mitra? It's an honor to meet you. My name is Alfino Levalier, and this is Tataru Taru. So you are my sister's comrades in the Science of the Seventh Dawn. When I heard that you people were being pursued, I desperately sought to reach Shotola. But all my efforts were to no avail. Now I know why. A forbidden spell, of all things, that she should be so reckless. But what's done is done. I thank you for bringing words to me. Needless to say, I should be glad to help. Though we were born of different mothers, our veins course of the same father's blood. I hope that this will be enough for the elementals. Come, let us make way for Evershade at once.
Let us begin. Raya O, Arun, if you would. Hearken to me, O great ones. Pray give yourselves to the life stream, a drifting soul to find.
Please, Y'shtola. Please come back to us.
There. Now! A room has been readied at the roost. Pray, bear her thither at once. All that remains is to pray, my friends.
Sniff, sniff. Oh, Y'shtola. Just seen her face again. It's... Oh, I've been so worried. Y'shtola is resting within the inn room. Though she is still unconscious, the signs are positive. The conscious say she is sound health and should awaken before long. Isn't it wonderful? Now, while we wait for Y'shtola to wake up, I thought I'd take the opportunity to finish my little surprise for her. It's something I've been working on for a while now, in hopes that she one day return to us. It wants for just a couple more items before it's ready. I've already placed orders for these items. Could I ask you to achieve them for me? One is at the Levelers Working Guild and the other is at the Conjurers Guild. Speak with Mistress Garva and Brother Isamian, and he ought to take care of you. So, Leather Workers Guild. If we can buy a weapon and shield upgrades, though. Still wearing level 50 gear. Now I'm level 61. Doesn't help. Okay. That would do nicely. What about shield? Hey! Let's see about accessories. Oops. Oh, did that girl came by chemical hides anyway? Need either balls of steel or bottomless coin purse, and it seemed to me she had neither. Not the door. Hundreds. Greetings, Evan. I trust you have been well. Is that all you require of me? Ah, yes. Mistress Tataru's order. As requested, it has been sanctified in the sight of the elementals. I know not what she intends for the staff, but it is missing the artifact. Even one possessed of my experience would struggle to wield it. Ah, you're back. You have the items, I hope. Ooh, it's precisely as I requested. A perfect match for the other pieces. Truly, together as a master among masters. And the staff completes the surprise. Thank you so much, Evan. Hee hee. I can't wait to see what Ishtola thinks of the surprise. Lest you wonder, she's doing very well, and the conjurers have left her in her sister's care. Let's go and pay them a visit, shall we?
Ishtola! I'm so glad you're back!
Tataru. You are safe. Thank the 12. Something has changed about you, Alphino. Or mayhap the change is with me. I seem to sense the ether around me more keenly than before.
I am pleased to see you well again. Do you feel strong enough to talk?
Worry not. I am well enough.
Tell us then, what befell you after you fled the feast? We were told that there had been a tunnel collapse.
That was my doing. I brought the tunnel down that you and Minfidia might escape. At the last moment, I invoked a teleportation magic, in hopes of spiriting Thancred away at least. Needless to say, it did not go quite as planned, and I found myself adrift in the life stream. The others? Where are they? Did they not escape?
They remain unaccounted for. You were the only one we have been able to find. I am truly sorry. It was the Crystal Braves who pursued you that day. My hubris that led to our undoing.
No apologies are necessary, Alphino. You are not to blame for what occurred. Know that were our comrades here, they would commend you for keeping the light of hope alive.
Don't worry. The others are alive and well, I'm sure of it. We just need to find them.
Indeed, Tataru. Let us find our friends and rebuild the Scions.
Ha! There is the Alphino I remember. And I feel much the better for his return. 'Tis time I arose.
That reminds me. I have a change of clothes for you. I don't like to boast, but I made them myself. I learned how to weave while we're in Ishgard, you see.
Tataru has apprised me of all that took place in the aftermath of the assassination plot. It would seem I have been away for some while.
Yes, much and more happened during your absence. At present, we seek to follow the Archbishop to Azisla.
And you want for some manner of etheric ram to pierce the floating isle's protective barrier?
We do. Might you be able to furnish us with one?
A means to prise open a hole in an Alagan barrier. And one large enough to admit an airship, no less. Nay, I lack the knowledge to devise such a weapon. But I know of one who could. A leading figure in the field of etheric research, and one of the finest scholars ever to grace Sharlayan. Matoya, my former master.
In my youth, I had the honour of studying under Matoya. In the field of etheric research, she was without rival. I have no doubt that her knowledge will be aided to our cause. The question is, will she share it with us? My master has ever been willful, and God forbid anyone disagrees with her. When the Gallian Empire first marched upon Eorzea some 15 years ago, the denizens of Sharlayan were summoned back to the motherland. However, Matoya refused to join the Exodus. To this day, she lives as a hermit life on the fringes of the abandoned city. So it is to the drying hinterlands that we must go, to the place of my birth. Though Alice and I were born in Sharlayan, our days there were short. We remained only until the Exodus, and I have not returned since. Oh, so it's to be a homecoming in. That's finally a reason to go to Sharlayan, and it would afford us the opportunity to pay my master a visit. Ahem. I believe you have mistaken our primary objective, Ishtola. Anyway, the journey will take us through largely unknown territory. Let us first return to Ishgard and make our preparations. Well then. Time to go to Ishgard. Again. Sharlayan is situated in the Dravanian hinterlands. To get there, we must strike west and traverse the breadth of the Dravanian forelands. Make no mistake, it will be a grueling journey. The party shall be comprised of Evan, Ishtola, and myself. Tataru, pray remain in Ishgard to continue the search for our missing friends. Yes, sir. First, let's make for Tailfeather. A long soak in a live stream followed by a long journey. I would not recommend it to anyone. But rest assured, my strength is returning to me. I shall be back to my former self ere long. I believe I am sufficiently rested. Let's continue west to Sharlayan. Once we descend the mountain path, we will arrive at the Dravanian hinterlands. From there, it is but a short distance to the city. Be warned that we shall be passing through Nef territory. We must needs be wary of them and dragons both. See where we're heading. All the way over there. Okay.
To the Thaliac River, where to the melted snows of Abelathia's spine eventually find their way by means of 1,000 silver streams. Whose waters have long nourished the Dravanian hinterlands, and so provided for a settlement of learned souls from across the northern seas. To the city of Sharlayan, that great seat of knowledge now abandoned by her keepers, they came.
Montoya dwells on the far side of the Thaliac River. Let us search for a crossing. That's a big building. Where do I have to go? Over there, huh? A long way. Oh, damn you. Oh. Idleshire. Knowledge seeks no man. So says the motto of the Charlene engraved upon yonder stone. The meaning is simple. It falls to us to seek enlightenment. During the 6th astral era, at the turn of the 13th century, men from the northern nation of Charlene journeyed across the seas to Eorzea in search of knowledge. Upon arriving at these shores, they established a camp for their scholarly endeavours. Over time, this camp grew into a settlement, and the settlement prospered, and so much so that it came to be counted amongst Eorzea's great city-states. Alas, those glory days are now but a faded memory. With her keepers lost to her, Charlene has become an empty husk of her former self. Shh, our planter is mistaken. Charlene has new keepers. Is on the cusp of a new age. Goblins, here to plunder the city? Gasp! Our plunder is mistaken muchly. We are not the thieves. This place is our home. Your home? When last I looked, it was mine and Alphino's. We were born here. Hush. When Uplands abandoned the city, Uplanders gave up claim. Born here or no. My friends, please, we did not come to dispute your claim to this land. Our purpose here is peaceful. We desire but to cross the river. Be calm, I beg you, and let us speak like civilized folk that we are. Surely we can come to a mutual understanding. Shh. If that is true, then Uplanders are welcome here. Come with Slowfix. Slowfix will show you Uplanders settlement. Colourful. Dune. Push. Near his site of settlement. Name of Idleshire. What we've got here, guests. Greetings to you. I'm Alphino Levelier, and may I introduce my companions, Evan, Fiona, and Ishtola. We have journeyed far in search of a friend and seek to cross the river. By finding the main bridge collapse, we went looking for a detour, ended up stumbling into Slowfix and the crew. Is that right? That is the shot of it. Aye, this place. Idleshire. I came expecting a ghost town. Suffice to say, I'm surprised to find it alive. Well, with all them push aside to explain about, it was only a matter of time before treasure hunters like me moved in. But we weren't the first to arrive, neither. By then, Slowfix and his Gobby friends were already settled. At first, Gobbies and hunters disliked each other. But understanding came, then friendship. Now Gobbies and hunters have joined hands to build a great new nation. So, that is what happened after we Shilings departed. Oh, so you're locals. No high feelings, I hope. All these nice buildings, but no one to live in them. Felt like a waste, you know. We've been trying to put the place to rights, and things been going well for the most part, but it ain't all smooth sailing. Not to sound ungrateful, but the traps your people left lying about are bloody nuisance. And then there's the Illuminati harrying us day and night. Slowfixers, right? Idea. Uplanders desire mutual understanding, yes? Best way to understand it is helping one another. Help citizens of Idleshire, and Uplander can be citizens too. Citizens are free to cross the river. Well, I'm not aware of a quicker way to reach our destination. Let us assist Slowfix and his people. Ugh. So Uplanders agree to help? Good. Here's what Slowfix wants Uplanders to do. Many golems per Idleshire. Getting away with expansion plans. Slowfix wants Uplander to eliminate golems. Uplanders are Sharlayan, yes? Sharlayans should know best way to deal with creatures. So we are to eliminate golems. That should be a simple enough affair. The automata were employed as sentinels, and the design can be unmade with a coded command. At the time of the Exodus, it was noughts and crosses, and I see no reason why it should not still work. Let's divide the task between the three of us. The quicker to be finished with it. See what this quest is. Fiona, Evan Fiona, gods. Really is you. I've heard the song and tale, but to think that they would come, I'd meet you in the flesh. Whatever have I done to deserve such an honour? Rat, what did they still forget to polish my armour? He must think I'm a total bumpkin. But wait, dare I ask? No, I don't. I'm posed so much a hero. Oh, but what's the harm in trying? Yes, I must try. You see? I'm a bit of a bind. A pickle, if you will. You see, I've just taken on a task of sorts. A task far, far, far beyond my abilities of a two-guild greenhorn like myself. But you, yes, a well-renowned hero like you should tackle this monumental task in his sleep. Blindfolded and with both arms and a leg tied behind your back. So you'll do it for me, yes? Wonderful. Just head over to Arena and tell Chloe Poe that you're here to help. Did I say Chloe Poe? I mean Chloe Alipo. That isn't my silly little nickname for her, and I certainly haven't been frequenting her shop every day for the past 2 moons. Ever so cute little smile might brighten my dark and dreary days. But I've blabbered on enough, haven't I? Ta-ta! Ah! Crimson Exchange! Do need new rings. Okay. Hey there, mister. I'm Chloe. Chloe Elapo. And who might you be? Evan Fione? The Evan Fione? From all the stories? Wow, you're like a legend. A real living and breathing legend. This is so exciting. Did I tell you I love stories? Well, I do. Not just listening to them. Pretty good at telling them, too. I have this friend whose mummy and daddy went away and never came back. And well, she gets lonely and cries sometimes, so I tell her stories to cheer her up. That's right. Stories of brave adventurers like you. She likes most stories. She stops crying and even starts smiling and laughing. Seeing her happy makes me happy too, but lately she's just been staring off into space again. It must be my fault. I bet all their stories are starting to sound the same. But then I had an idea. Do you know what it is? I'll ask great adventurers like you to tell me your stories, and I'll put them together to make new stories of my own. Really great idea, right? Tell me you think so too. So, will you help me? Marina gives me all sorts of things when I work hard. So if you do this for me, I could give some of them to you. What sort of things? Well, cone stones for one. And, well, all kinds of other special stuff. But not my Mandragora pin, that's all mine. So do me a favour, remember all your bestie stories and write them in this notebook here I call Glowy's Wondrous Tales. Because I have a tale and I tell tales. Get it? Every time your stories help me come up with a new tale of my own, I'll give you a present. It'll be a lot of fun for both of us, don't you think? Thanks, Evan. And by the way, you're even more handsome than I pictured you from the stories. Hee. Wondrous Tales unlocked. Welcome to Wondrous Tales. Henceforth, you can share your tales of heroism and daring do for the chance to earn valuable awards. To begin, we're to obtain a Wondrous Tales journal from Chloe Elapo, in addition to the one you've just received. A new journal will be made available every week. In the journal is a card with 16 squares, 4 columns and 4 rows, each represent a certain quest or duty, or a category of the same. Time for the corresponding adventure and the square will be marked off. You can mark off up to 9 squares on a single card. Complete the conditions described within, for example, marking off 9 squares, marking off squares in a row, and so forth. And deliver your marked journal to Chloe Elapo, and a story-loving Makoto child will reward you accordingly. The objective is to see which squares you've marked off, as well as review reward conditions at the time limits. You need only use the journal from the key items menu. New journal will be available from Chloe Elapo every week on Tuesday at 9 AM. Happy adventuring. So, key items, huh? Oh, it is. Ah, I see. The 9 seals will give me either one of those. Experience. 1 line, either one of these. 2 lines and 3 lines. What have I got to do? Complete a 49 dungeon, the level 50 dungeon, 51 to 50 dungeon, level 60 dungeon. Light of Darkness, whatever that is, whatever that is. Technicolor Bahamut, Pile of Embers, speaking for March, Wall Eater, Count, Payment Babe, P1D. Treasure dungeon. Right, rival wings. Okay. Right. With a shudder, the golem crumbles to pieces. Infinite shard. Golems are no more? Wonderful. Then we can assume work to expand settlement. I plan to help Gobby Flock, earned right to be citizens of Idleshire. But Slowfix must ask another favour. Another favour, you say? Short time ago, dear friend of Slowfix ventured into Illuminati territory. The Illuminati are nasty goblins. Show no mercy even towards Gobbykin. Slowfix fears for friend's life. Please find friends before Illuminati do. I am suddenly taken by a sense of foreboding. Be that as it may, we cannot turn a blind eye. Let's make haste and find Slowfix's friend. Went there. What's there? Okay. Shock. You are a stranger. You are a sneaky peeker. You are a thief working for Illuminati. You can't take these things. No, no, no. They are for the enjoy, but Illuminati always try to steal and hide things. Tap clicks must be on constant guard. If you say you are Gobby friends, then prove it. Find Illuminati and defeat them. Drive them away from this place. A shot. You salute Illuminati fighting force? You are a true Gobby friend. The things here are all for people of Vidalshire, but Illuminati tried to steal them away. Illuminati is our enemy. Illuminati is your enemy. That means you are our friend. Wavelocks. Italy, Uplander. Long time no eye catch. What is bringing Uplander here? Does Uplander have lusty eyes for junk of Bayflux? Uplander must not be touching junk of Bayflux. Bayflux is finding junk first. I knew I recognised that voice. Greetings, Bayflux. It's been a while. Forgive us for interrupting your work, but Captain Wisket gave me to understand that you are marked by the Illuminati. This happens to be Illuminati-held territory. Is it wise for you to be here? Chwa. Bayflux eat Illuminati for suppers. Who eats Eve for sunups? Ah. Bayflux all talks. Unwise you are to come here after dirty taking secret, knows of cheese make from Illuminati. Bayflux did not unwrite. Cheese recipe is Gobby birthright. Safe tank flaps or traded in death pit. Pray to Godfathers, for punishment is near times. It appears we have no choice. Hee Illuminati, no match for furious gobfists of Brayflux. More junkies are waiting Brayflux muchly. Brayflux is taking leave of Uplanders. Being embroiled in a cheese war was the last thing I expected to come into Charlian. Anyway, we have fulfilled Slowfik's request. Let's return with the good tidings and be on our way. Uplanders are back. Did Uplanders find friend of Slowfik's? Time has not cured recklessness of Brayflux. Without help from Uplanders, Brayflux would now be dead gobby. Slowfik's owes Uplanders debt of gratitude. Slowfik's and Brayflux are joined by inseverable gobby bond. Slowfik's had known that Uplanders are friends of Brayflux. Slowfik's would have welcomed Uplanders to Gobbyflock at first meeting. Uplanders have upheld bargain most highly. As promised, Slowfik's makes Uplanders honoured citizens of Idleshire, free to cross river at will. Though Uplanders must leave for now, Slowfik's hopes that Uplanders will pay many visits and help build great new nation. You are most kind, my friend. You may be certain that we will return. I must confess, at first it upset me to learn that my home had been occupied by others, but I see now that it's in good hands. Under your care, I look forward to seeing Charlian thrive once more. Become a home to people of all races and creeds. Slowfik's has already ordered the Gob Watch to let Uplanders through. Safe travels. Half an hour, Evan? Shall we then? This Aether quest. It is Half-6 has very important task called Trusty Uplander. Must be done with fastness. Aetherite of Idleshire needs of inspection. Maybe needs upkeep too. If gobbies do not take a look and fix little problem, its spinning may shudder and stop, or there is very big boom. But Half-6 does not have the right tools. Uplander. There's no time to waste. Half-6 needs Aether Flow distributors. The nearest ones are in Base of Illuminati. Come, raid their store pots. Any others? Nope. What do you have to give this? Okay. As uploader found Aetherflow distributors. Thank you, Uplander. With these, half-six can do upkeep. Uplanders of Sharlayan are making aetherytes to well. Use tricksy ancient knowings. If Gobbyflock uses tools and parts left by old Uplanders, then Aetherite of Odasha will stay spinning for many, many years. By order of Chief Slowfix, Uplanders can come and go at will. One moment for clearing away barricade. Finally, we continue our journey. Ahem. Following any misadventures, we shall soon arrive at the cave where Matoya resides. Unless you have unfinished business in Idleshire, let us strike out at once. I'm ready whenever you are. Let us go and meet the legendary Matoya. Ahead lies the answering quarter, where the scholars of Sharlayan gathered to hone their knowledge. Even from this distance, there's plain that much of it has been given back to the wilderness. The cave in which Matoya resides is situated on the southern edge of the hinterlands. In choosing the spot, my master derived privacy above all else. As such, the cave is extremely well hidden. You will need not find it unless you know where to look for it. We shall follow the road south until we reach the bridge. Rather than cross it, however, we shall board the street it spans, thence head straight until we arrive at the base of a bluff. Okay. There is another quest. God damn it. I've been had. Some twice cursed sons of a mad, blind bitch have made off with all my takings and my tradables, too. I knew this place was full of treasure hunters, but I never reckoned it'd be my treasure that'd be hunting. And ain't just my losses that concern me. The gobbies count on a good tide being in to keep this place fed and watered. But don't get my stock back, this whole town could fall apart. What do you say, adventurer? Will you help me bring these thieving curs to hook? The adventurer coming back from answering quarters says he bumps into a gang of ill-looking boys on the front bridge. Nearly knocked the poor kids into the Faliak, they did. Anyhow, he says they were heading into the ruins. Meet me there and we'll start the search. Okay. Well met, lads. Now here's the plan. Considering the weight of the stuff they stole, they won't get far on foot. Chances are they've got a boat hidden somewhere. I'll get into my crew and have them stake out the riverbank. In the meantime, I want you to search for the ruins for whatever you can find. Might be the bandits are laying low out there, or maybe they stashed the loot and moved on. If you should chance on any of my belongings, I'd be obliged if you can bring them back to me. And it's into the book. Down. If a cavern. Okay, so what do you account's got for this zone? Okay. This is the entrance? Seem unconvinced, Evan. Well, that will only add to the surprise. Word of warning before we proceed. Stubborn geniuses make poor hosts. And time will have naught but to improve my master's temperament. Doubt not, but there will be sentinels and troops both to deter unwanted guests. But we'll not be deterred, will we? Go on and touch the wall yonder. You will want to have your weapon near at hand. Aha! Those sentinels may suffice to discourage the average trespasser, but not the warrior of light. The way should now be clear. Come, let us go and see my master.
Don't you know it's rude to enter without knocking? The youth of today. No manners at all.
we neglected to knock, we did create something of a commotion. I had hoped that would suffice.
Heavy-handed as ever, I see. And still not a hint of grace. Some things never change.
To give credit where credit is due, I learned from the best. It has been too long, Master Matoya.
Indeed it has. Oh, it's good to see you again, my girl. And with your fiery spirit unquenched. But look at you, all grown up and womanly. The one there in the fancy duds, that's Louis Soir's granddaughter, I take it?
Grandson, begging your pardons. You knew my grandfather, my lady.
Knew him? Ha! We were constantly at each other's throats. Like rabid dogs we were. Oh, he was a stubborn bugger, was your grandfather. Never a dull moment when he was around, though, I'll give him that. As for you, boy, I've known you since you were a rosy-cheeked babe at the teat.
And my sister too, I gather. May I say what an honor it is to meet you again, my lady?
Spare me the hollow pleasantries, boy. I'll wager my remaining good teeth you didn't come to a forgotten corner of Eorzea to flirt with a wrinkly old woman. Now out with it. What is it you need of me? Azizla. I never thought I'd hear that name again.
You are familiar with it?
As familiar as one can get from poring over musty old tomes. The Allegan set the Isle afloat not long before the sun set on their empire. Old Louis Soir and I often talked about it. The place is home to a research facility dedicated to finding ways of mastering mighty beings, such as primals and dragons. And find ways it did too, frightening ones. Such secrets as lie buried on Azizla aren't fit to see the light of day. And now you tell me a band of dragon-baiting primal botherers are trying to dig them up?
Indeed. And to make matters worse, the Ascians have a hand in their plot. They must be stopped, no matter the cost.
I see. Very well.
You will help us then? Truly? I had not anticipated such an impassioned response. Could it be that the presence of young blood has stirred your own?
Ah, some things never change. One day that pertness is going to cost you your tail, my girl. Don't say I didn't warn you.
Yay!
'Twas 50 years ago, shortly after Garlemald had brought all of Ilthabad under its rule. Faced with the threat of invasion, the people of Sharlayan scrambled about for a means to resist the Empire. For my part, I was tasked with developing an etheric converger.
Ah, yes, a device which draws in ether and concentrates it to produce a destructive force.
But as my research neared its end, it was denounced by the Forum, who claimed that my device was more likely to destroy us than our enemies. After that, they and I had a little falling out, and I decided to seal away all the fruits of my research, lest the dunder-headed ingrates reap any benefit. Ha! Pet empty, I know, but gods, it was satisfying.
Do mine ears deceive? 'Twas you, was it not, who was so fond of saying that all knowledge exists to advance mankind, that how it is used depends on us?
I don't remember. Perhaps. All right, yes. It was a pet phrase of mine. And that should give you a notion of how sick and tired I was of those spineless wretches of the Forum. All talk and no trousers, that lot. That's why I decided to remain behind, rather than join the Exodus.
You may have had your disagreements with my grandfather, but upon that point, your minds were as one.
With respect, Master, the fruits of your research should not be left to spoil. Will you share with us the secrets of the Etheric Converger?
I will. All the information you need is contained in a tome I wrote on the subject. But you'll have to fetch it from the forbidden section of the Great Library.
You were not exaggerating when you said that you had sealed it away. Though the city is abandoned, the library's guardians are all but certain to remain. We must needs cut a path through them. Come, let us away.
Not so fast. You don't expect that you can just waltz on in now, do you?
Oh, the Great Library's guardians shouldn't pose any difficulty for a hero like you. But if it turns out you aren't up to the task, well, then I know you can't be trusted with something as dangerous as an etheric ram. I'll put a pair of familiars at your disposal. One's a Paraga who will help you locate the tome. The other? That broom yonder who will let you into the library. Well, what are you waiting for? Introduce yourself, boy. Greetings, good sir. I am Broomsea, my lady servant of some 50 years. May I say what an honour it is to serve you? I am given to understand you wish to enter the Great Gooball Library. To find it, pray head east upon leaving this cave. The builder will come into view shortly after you reach the collapsed bridge. I shall go and fetch my fellow familiar on the way to the entrance. When your preparations are in order, pray come to meet me there. It'll be my pleasure to unlock the door for you. Woe is me, Ribbit. Mistress Matoya will have my hide. You are guest, and yet you would lend me your aid? No, thank you, kind adventurer. I am in your debt. Permit me to introduce myself, Ribbit. I am Saro Rogo, a humble servant of Mistress Matoya. I am tasked with picking leaves up from a herb garden, from which I make her tea. Alas, drawn to the medicinal properties, bugs have been recently taken to ravaging the herbs. I am tempted to get rid of the pest, but they are too much of a lone Parago to handle. I'd be grateful if you could eliminate them in my stead, Ribbit. We have to go up. You stand before the Great Google Library, one of Hydalin's foremost repositories of knowledge. Alas, it has fallen into disuse since the Exodus some summer since. In all those years, its halls have welcomed not by the coming of a single soul. Doors felt not the loving brush of a broom. Mine apologies, sir. Pray pay no mind to the dreams of a humble broom. Doubtless eager to fetch within and retrieve my lady's tome. I shall unlock the door at once. When you have what you seek, pray return to the cave and report to my lady. Great Google Library now accessible. Guessing it's a dungeon. Yes. In we go. Google Library. That wasn't that bad.
So this is the tome. Excellent. Let us take it to Master Matoya at once.
Yay! The bugs are no more? Oh, thank you. Not only are you kind, but you are strong as well, Ribbit. Now I can resume my duties again, other than making tea. It is all I am capable of. I'm a third creation, you see. Unlike my mistress's other children, I'm incompetent and clumsy. But once of a task I could perform, she bade me serve her tea 7 times daily. But even in this, I needed assistance, Ribbit. Unless I make myself more useful, it's only a matter of time before Mistress removes my enchantment. Then I would revert to an ordinary toad, incapable of speech. I cannot bear the thought of that. I must become a better servant, and I believe that I can do so. If only I knew what my mistress desires. Having received of her blessing, the brooms here are bound to possess this knowledge. Alas, they refuse to talk to me. But as you are our guest, they cannot willfully ignore you, even if they do not entirely cooperate or thought right. Please speak with them, Ribbit, and acquire the information they need to survive. I take it you found the tome? Well, let's see it then. Aye, this is it all right. I must say, it's brought back memories. Just like the old days. You still send people into the thick of danger as if it were nothing more than a mundane errand. But we were able to accomplish our task thanks to Pero Rogo. He is an eminently capable familiar, creation worthy of the great Master Matoya, and to simply witness him in action gave me a better understanding of arcane entity. Should the opportunity present itself, I should very much like to employ this knowledge for a betterment of mankind. Create a new variety of carbuncle, perhaps. Don't get ahead of yourself, boy. Ursar's grandson or not. It will take another decade into me before you can call yourself a scholar, and a deal more than that to make you a scholar worth of damn. As you may have gathered, Master Matoya is not easily impressed. Indeed. Ahem. So, shall we examine the tome?
I had not thought to behold this tome again. There. It is deciphered. Now your friend should be able to make sense of the contents. That said, it's one thing to understand the workings of the etheric converter, and another to actually make it work. You do realize how much ether is required?
Sid is keenly aware of the energy dilemma. His airship is by no means large, and it can only bear a limited quantity of crystals.
If only we had white aurosite in the etheric siphon.
Alas, Minfilia is missing along with both artifacts, and Moonbreeder is gone.
Would that there were another ready wellspring of energy for us to draw upon.
Why did it not occur to us before? We already have what we need! The Eye! It has been drawing ether into itself for as long as the Great Worms have lived! It is a veritable wellspring of energy!
It might just suit our needs. But is this energy something that can be harnessed at will?
I believe so, with the aid of the Azure Dragoon of Ishgard.
Then it is settled. Let us return to the Holy See at once.
Stola, wait. When did the light fade from your eyes?
I might have known that it would not escape your notice. It has been this way since I returned from the life stream. An after effect of the teleportation magic I invoked, most like.
They are called forbidden spells for a reason. What were you thinking, girl?
I have no regrets. I but did what was necessary to preserve the light of hope, to keep my promise to Minfilia. Besides, it afforded me the rare opportunity to wander the ether, a once-in-a-lifetime experience.
I need not tell you that it consumes your very life force to see by sensing the ether around you. Take care of yourself. Do you hear me?
I will, Master Matoya. And thank you.
As if you could conceal it from her of all people. Pay me no mind. I was thinking back aloud. Thanks to your customary heroic efforts, we now possess the knowledge to build an etheric ram. All that remains is to secure the energy source. Let us hasten back to Ishgard to consult Sir Emmerich regarding the eye. Before that, though, send in this quest. I mean to echo everything. How goes the search, adventurer? Did you find anything? My stock. Well, one chest worth anyway. There's still some missing, but this is a damn good start. You've got the nose of a bloodhound, lad. I'll be one to the end of that sniff of yours to track down the rest of my property. Yay! You now fly there. Ah, you are returned. Sir Amok, I am pleased to see that your recovery proceeds apace. I introduce Lishtola, a fellow sign of the Seventh Dawn and icon of the Sharlayan. My lord, pray excuse me for foregoing due pleasantries, but we seek your counsel regarding the etheric ram. Though we now possess the knowledge to build such a device, we yet lack the appropriate source of energy with which to power it. We believe, however, that Ishgard may possess the solution to our problem. You need not apologize, my lady. All eager am I to learn of your progress. Please tell me of this energy source that you believe we possess. And you're certain that the eye can lend its power to Master Otoy's etheric converger? At Estinian's command, yes. Very well. I shall speak with him. My thanks, Sir Emmerich. Hey, my friend, 'tis I should thank you, as should every Ishgardian. You labour in our name with nary a care for your own safety. Let us next speak with Sid. He would doubtless be eager to begin work on Iram. Ah, you're back. Familiar work on the Enterprise is more or less finished. Tell me you found a way to build an etheric ram. Greetings, Sid. It has been a while. This tome contains the fruits of my former master's research on a device known as the etheric converger. The ram should operate on the self-same principle. Ack. Where are my manners? Put a toy like this in my hand and off I go into my own world. Gods. Good to see you and bearing a gift besides. A very distracting one. But I might add, if I didn't know better, I think it was my name day. But there will be time for tearful reunions later. I make a start on the time right away. So long as I have a grasp of the fundamentals, I should be able to knock something together. Leaves the small matter of the energy source. We believe we have found a solution to that problem as well. Pray forgive us our lateness. The power of the eye is not to be drawn upon lightly, but I believe we have sufficient cause to do so. So this is the fabled eye. By the 12, it's a wonder such a power can be contained, much less controlled. Boys, our friends have kindly provided all the ingredients. Let's see if we can't make something out of them. You heard the chief. We're not resting until the etheric is operational. Not one wink of sleep. Oh, mumble, mumble. In-cart chocobos. Given the danger of the task that lays before us, I think it only right that we take a moment to bid our friends and allies farewell. Alas, Sid requests my assistance with Master Matoi's rather singular writings. By to entrust the task of visiting those who will remain behind to you. So the hour is nigh. Would that I could join you in the coming battle, but with my wounds I fear I would only be a burden to you. In consulting with the Ascians and availing himself of primal powers, my father made himself an enemy of all that is good and right in the world. Do whatever you must to end this madness. May the Fury watch over you. This is it then? Go well, my friend. I shall pray for the Fury for your preservation. Mayhap you think it strange that a daughter of Garlemald should pray? I do not blame you. I used to think it passing strange myself. But that all changed when I discovered something dearer to me than my own life. Thereafter, praying seemed the most natural thing in the world. Prayers are born of heartfelt faith. In manipulating the people's beliefs for his own twisted ends, the Archbishop makes a mockery of their very existence. Cannot be borne. So you're off to face the Archbishop then? Please be careful and watch over the others, will you? We've lost too many friends as it is. Some may yet return to us, but I couldn't bear to lose anyone else. I just couldn't. I realise it's asking a lot, but you're the strongest person I know, and I don't think there's anything you can achieve if you put your mind to it. So please, whatever else happens, keep everyone safe. Well, that ain't my old friend Evan. Off to face the Archbishop and his cronies, is it? I'd love to go and give those bastards a good walloping myself. That snake Shiver especially. But I've got to stay here and keep an eye on things. With the Archbishop gone, some of the poor folk might get it in their heads to do something stupid like storming the pillars. But blood won't get us what we want, and I need to be around to remind them in that case they forget. No need to worry about us anyway. I work with Sir Emmerich to preserve the peace. You just concentrate on settling the score with the Archbishop, eh? Master Theon, how good of you to pay me a visit. It feels as if It was only yesterday when we met here in this chamber. You came to us a fugitive seeking asylum, and now you bear the hopes of our nation upon your shoulders. He would not have told you, but when Horschfont begged me to accept you into our household, he described you as a hope incarnate. At the time, I assumed that he was waxing lyrical, as was his wont, but I have come to see that he simply spoke the truth. You are hope, shining beacon that shall guide the people of Ishgard through the raging snowstorm. A memento. When my son here, he would have wished to fight at your side in the battle to come. Take care, my friend, and return to us. Count Edmont bequeathed to you Lord Horschfront's shield? A noble gesture. We bear the hopes and dreams of full many souls. Let their faith in us be a source of strength and courage as we face our remaining trials. Work on the Enterprise is nearly complete. Let Shtola know to make ready.
Until but recently, the Ishgardians have kept their doors firmly shut to outsiders. But thanks to you, we have found in them stout allies with whom we may fight to secure the future of the realm. Truly, you are the beacon of hope towards which all men are drawn.
Spare us the hyperbole. 'Tis not for praise that we fight.
Oh? In light of all we have achieved, I felt it only meet to express my gratitude.
All that we have achieved. Spoken like a true outsider. Until the war is over, we have achieved nothing. The coming battle is a chance to excise the root of this conflict. And by my hand it shall be done. Then you may speak of achievement.
'Twas not mine intent to make light of your struggle. If I have given offense, then I apologize. But if I may speak freely, you would do well to be wary of the Eye. Even now, it burns with insatiable hatred, watching unblinking for a sign of weakness. Should you falter for so much as a moment, it will surely consume you.
Save your concern. I will consume the Eye ere I let it consume me.
"12 be praised, thou hast not yet set forth. Cross sand and snow have I journeyed, that I might deliver this gift unto thee."
White Auracite. But whence did it come?
To mine amazement, it lay hid amongst Moonbreeder's last effects. 'twas but blind chance or providence that I did hap to spy it. Let no man claim that my late friend e'er erred for lack of foresight. In the place whither thou goest, servants of darkness do lie in wait. Pray, give unto me thy pledge that thou wilt strike them down and avenge our fallen comrade.
Let us go, everyone. SSLR awaits.
Ah, excellent timing. We've just finished our work on the Enterprise. She's so much improved, I've decided to give her a new name to suit. The Enterprise Excelsior. Or simply the Excelsior if pressed for time. Once again, she'll carry Eorzea's protectors into battle. All aboard!
I can do no more than see you off with prayers for your safety and success. Yet know that wheresoever you may go, my son's spirit goes with you. May the Fury grant you strength.
Return to us, all of you.
Enterprise Excelsior. Engage. This is it! Get ready!
Eye of mine enemy, render unto me thy power! No, you will not claim me. I am the master.
We're through!
Chief, we've got an Imperial battleship on our tail. And it's bleeding massive.
Damn it! The bastards were waiting for us to open the door for them. I'm gonna try to shake them. Hang on to something.
We're all going to die! Tataru!
She won't take much more of this!
The time has come to use Hydaelyn's gift. Much blood has been spilled in my name. And for what? For a false cause that I created for want of the warmth of companionship. Saint Shiva, pray Svelga. Pray forgive this fool. But even now, I cannot let go of my dream. My dream of a tomorrow in which no child need freeze alone in the snow. Svelga.
Is that Azel? What does she mean to do?
O goddess, born of mine own hopes and dreams, for the last time, I beseech you. Fill this vessel with your light, still the hatred within our hearts, and bless us with eternal grace! Farewell, warrior of light. And thank you for showing me the way.
No!
This ether. It was a crystal of light. She, too, was one of Hydaelyn's chosen.
Fare you well, my lady.
Ooh. I did not know about you, but I'm glad to be back on solid ground, even if said ground is floating in the sky. When the Imperial battleship appeared, I honestly thought we were finished, and we would have been had your friend not arrived when she did. 12 grant her mercy. Proof that our time together was, Isali was a true friend, a gentle soul who fought for her beliefs. She would have made a fine scion. What is a scion but one who fights for our cause? Our hopes survive thanks to her sacrifice. Let that be enough. Yet I cannot help but wonder, how came she to know of our presence here? From Racefolk, I would wager, you will have felt my channeling of the Ain's power. It would seem they were able to make peace with one another in the end. Gave her life because she believed in us. We owe it to her to see our mission through. See that dome-like structure further in? Let's make our way there. This IO sentinels don't seem to frequent this area. We should be safe here. Let's talk strategy, shall we? Ooh, none here. Okay. First of all, in the interest of efficiency, I suggest we make this place our base camp. We can coordinate the search for Archbishop from here. I have no objections. Now that we stand upon Asisla, I am struck by the vastness of the Isle. We must needs be methodical if we are to find our quarry. Good. Now, unless I'm mistaken, this used to be an airship landing, and a major one at that. From what I know of elegant design, there should be a terminal nearby that's linked to the Isle's operational heart. If we can find such a terminal, we should be able to learn something of the Archbishop's whereabouts. Let's split up and look for it. The Empire borrowed most of its technology from Allegan relics. If we can find the terminal, I reckon we can operate it. What ungodly vessels must the elegance have built to warrant so vast a landing? Machines are beyond my ken. I shall leave it to the others to find this terminal. Of more concern to me are the dragons that I sense nearby. Nothing? Damn it. There's just this terminal then. But it doesn't respond to anything I do. Any bright ideas, Wedge? Wedge? He was here just a moment ago. Don't tell me he's wandered off. I'm sorry, Evan. But could you help me search for him? Absent-minded as he is, I believe that he's straight beyond the landing area and made friends with the local sentinels. Ow! Wedge, are you alright? I'm fine, Chief. I just tripped, that's all. Fall of Lalafell. What were you thinking coming here on your own? Death by overwork is one thing, death by stupidity is quite another. I'm sorry, Chief, but I think I found something. What is this? The wreck of a sentinel? This is no wreck, Chief. It's still operational. See? Flip. Initiating. Performing diagnostics. Flip. Diagnostic complete. To proceed, please agree to the terms and conditions of use. Yes. Thank you. Register as a user. Please state your name. I am Wedge, and that there is Evan. User registration complete. Welcome to Azizlar, Master Wedge and Master Evan. I am Guidance Node, GLI. This isn't quite what I had in mind, but it might just serve. Wedge, bring your node this way, would you? There's something I'd like to try. Okay. Now I'm going to take a break. Thank you all for watching.